Welcome back to the Raleigh Oaks Baseball Club here on OOTP 25, and we are geared up and ready to go here for the 2041 National League Championship Series as the Raleigh Oaks are taking on the Cleveland Guardians, who came all the way from the wild card just like us. They took out the Rays, then the Braves, and now it's two wild card teams taking on each other, the Guardians and the Oaks, which means that we have home field advantage because we were the best wild card team. So let's take a look at what this Guardians team looks like. 87 wins, definitely a scrappy team, but they've made it this far, so their regular season win total is completely irrelevant in my mind. We take a look at what they did in the regular season. Very good pitching, horrible hitting, but it's gotten them here. So hopefully we can take advantage of some poor hitting and advance, but who knows? So pitching wise, they've got four guys on fire. All four of their starters are on fire. They are just pitching the hell out of these playoff games. Dan Heacock is a 200 innings pitcher. He had a 3.9 WAR for them. CJ Haynes is a goddamn ace for Milton, Mass. Shout out Rich Hill. Lefty out of Western New England University was a first-round pick, supplemental round. That's some OTP shit right there, baby. So then they also got Connor Dougherty, right-hander. Decent pitcher, put up a 2 WAR for them. And then Jesus Tejada, who is just a straight-up ace. This guy has been around for a long, long time in this series. He's been in Cleveland the whole time since he was 21 years old up in the big leagues. And you can look at these WAR numbers. He is just an absolute stud. He has a 67.2 career WAR. So we got to go up against this guy, and then also three other guys who are on fire. They've also got this Marta Carrena guy who put up a 2 WAR for them. He was in the rotation during the season. Now he's in the bullpen. Their closer is this guy who's, I would say, their bullpen doesn't really look that intimidating, but they've gotten good numbers out of these guys. So we'll see how it goes in the playoffs. While on the bats side of things, it's probably going to be a lot like what the last series was against or not the last series, but the wild card series against the Brewers, where it was much more of a pitching-focused, horrible hitting team, and they really only had like 3 or 4 guys. That's basically the same thing. Here we've got going Reiki Dollar, lefty-righty guy, big-time contact hitter. Definitely more of a slap hitter, though. Not really much power or gap power. Gap power is okay, but definitely more of a defense slap hitter type guy, but they've gotten good numbers out of him. Their catcher, Alf Beres, seriously, some good hitting for a catcher here. 60 power grade, 70 blocking, 75 arm. Maybe they'll be able to negate some of our running ability because we've been able to run pretty consistently on anybody, even the 70 arm guy we faced against the Cubs last round. But they've also got Julio Morales. This guy provides a serious power threat to their lineup. 65 power, 70 eye. That's definitely somebody we're going to have to be very weary of in their lineup. And then they've got Gilberto Tacarante. Yeah, Tacarante. Yeah, 60 power, 60 gap power, really good speed profile. I guess they're playing this guy at second base? No, he's DHing. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say, because this guy is not a second baseman, but yeah, he's their DH, and then Morales is their first baseman. Honestly, I mean, you could play in both. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, so those are their top hitters. The rest of these guys, not really any good. Luis Robles, no, not that Luis Robles, a different one. This is a guy who's been around for a while in this save, but I've seen him here and there, but he's never actually really done much. He's apparently their starting center fielder with he has good range. Okay, so yeah, he's their starting center fielder. This guy's their third baseman. I guess he's whatever. Daniel Amaya's on this team, former Angel farmhand. He's not really anything special, but he's a bench player. They've also got Rodolfo Roca, who is like whatever, but he does have 65 power. He has some pop. So this team, they haven't really hit. Yeah, this team has not hit well consistently as like a season-long stat-wise, but they've got some dudes with pop. They've got this guy who has 70 power, Trejo's got 55 power. Roca's got 65 power. Even Robles has 50. Their shortstop has 55 power. Tacarante, we know, has power. Morales has serious power. Their catcher has power. And then this guy's really their only player who does not have any sort of power. So that's definitely something, like, they didn't hit home runs at all this year, did they? They were 10th in home runs, and they've got that much pop on their team, which is just crazy. So who knows? Maybe those guys are just kind of performing better in the playoffs here. If we take a look, they did win 4-1 over the Braves. They took game 1 7-4, then 4-1, and then 10-2. Then the Braves won game 4, and then the Guardians eke out game 5 2-1 in a pitching duel. So, and then Luis Robles won Series MVP. So Robles is hot right now. This guy is cooking for them right now. So I guess we'll have to watch out for him. Who was their MVP in the wild card round? Cleveland, Tacarante, and they handled the Rays pretty easily as well. So we got a tough series here ahead of us. 2 hot teams here in the playoffs. I should mention that we have the better record against them in the regular season. It's 7-5. Not that really means much, but we're definitely the better team on paper. But like I said, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen. It's a 7-game series, and we're both hot right now. Before we actually hop into the series, though, I do want to mention that we did make a roster move. We took Frank Hebert off of the playoff roster, and instead we have Bobby Harlow now on the playoff roster in this role. Probably an oversight on my part to not just have him on the roster to begin with, but I was just thinking that Hebert was just going to be untouchable, but he has not been, and he only really pitches when we're in like blowouts anyways. But Hebert was good as a follower for us this year, so we're going to have him in like that role with Sinkanami, who we can bring in to get some bulk out of the bullpen. Because Hebert was definitely our worst pitcher here in the postseason. The rest is remaining unchanged, though, here with the staff. The lineups, we're just going to keep rocking with what we've been rocking with to win that last series. Edgar Ortega is going to be on the bench. Aiden McCarthy is going to be on the bench. Billy Noble's our catcher. And Santiago Tapia is our second baseman right now. So we're going to see how it goes, and hopefully it goes well. So here we are, geared up and ready to go for Game 1 in Raleigh. And we have the advantage when it comes to positions. We actually have 5 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have 4 edges over us. They're catcher, second baseman, DH, and pitcher. But then there's a tie in right field between Silva and Henniger. So let's get into it. We are here in Raleigh, top 1. For the NLCS. Let's get a little wrist action going. Josh Hofer on the bump for us. That's something I forgot to mention. We have Josh Hofer going because we're obviously going right from the last series into this one. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knight on the bump here, top 1. And he gets himself in some trouble here. So first and second, 1 out. And their man who has been the big run driver in guy. What am I saying? So let's just go after him here. I mean, I don't really see any other way to attack him here. So 2-1. And he's going to somehow get that bloop through the infield. That's going to definitely... Oh, they hold the guy up. So it's still bases loaded. Or now it's bases loaded, rather. Still 1 out. And now their power-hitting catcher is up. 1-0 count to Alf Beres. He hits a shallow pop fly to center field. Cooperman puts it away. The throw in is going to hold up the man at third base with Cooperman's strong arm. So still bases loaded, 2 outs, and now it is Rodolfo Roca up at the plate, or Roca, and he goes down swinging. Hofer punches him, and he keeps it scoreless here through the first half of the first inning. So now it's bottom 1, and we got Griego on second base with a double with 1 out for Juan Ramirez. 1-0 count to him. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. Moves up Griego, but that'll be 2 down in the inning. I also forgot to mention that it is C.J. Haynes pitching for the Guardians here. He's their 70 overall. Him and Tejada are like their 1 and 2. Tejada's the 1, he's the 2. At least I would think so, because Tejada's the more accomplished guy throughout this save. Maybe Tejada's old at this point, but who knows. They're both very good. That's the point. Anyways, runner on third. 2 outs for Eric Oliar here. First pitch swinging. And he skies it into the infield, 3 down. So nothing going for either team in the first inning. We move things on top 2. And Hofer gets himself in some trouble once again. First and second, but it's 2 outs. Edgar Silva's up. 2-2 count to him. And he gets punched as well. Another strikeout to strand runners here for Hofer. Living dangerously so far, but still no runs across. So bottom 2. Score this frame, top 3. And they hit a solo shot. Gets out of it from there, though. So the Guardians are up 1-0 here in the third. We get nothing in the bottom half, top 4. 2 on, 2 out. Once again, it's Edgar Silva. 0-2 count to him. And Hofer continues to live with runners on and strikes the guy out to end the inning. But he did give up that one solo shot. So we need some runs here. We only have 2 goddamn hits. We got Juan Ramirez with the leadoff double. He's on second base. Eric Oliar facing CJ Haynes. Ground ball left side. Not going to move up the runner. 1 down. Next batter up is Santiago Tapia. 0-1 count to him. Ground ball left side as well. Slow roller, but still easily retired at first base is Tapia. That's 2 down. Now it brings up Henniger. 0-1 count to him, and he's plunked. So it's first and second now here for the Oaks. They need to get something going. It's Chris Duhan. Take a first pitch. 0-1. Now 1-2. And he just watches it, bat on his shoulder, strikes out looking. We strand 2. It's on top 5. And then Hofer's got 83 pitches here. It's 3-4-5 coming up. He's in like the bottom of the yellow here. I'm tempted to just bring in somebody else. Like Bobby Harlow. Let's go right to Bobby Harlow. Bring him in the game here. Give us a couple innings. Bobby Harlow's in the game. First appearance here this postseason. See what he does. Well, that did not go to plan. They just hit a 2-run home run. Morales gets on with an error. And then Tacarante, the guy who's been driving in all the runs for them this postseason, 2-run home run. And the Guardians are up 3-0. Can we get out of it from here, please? No. Okay, we got to take him out. We just have to. He's that was a terrible decision. Bobby Harlow has screwed us this game, and now we just have to bring in, Betancourt, I guess. So yeah, runner on second base, still nobody out. Betancourt now in the game. Rodolfo Roca at the dish. 0-2 count to him. Here it comes. Shoots one out to right center field. That'll be caught on a line by Henniger. Runner tags up to third base, so runner 90 feet away from scoring. He does have 25 speed, though. And 1 out. Alan Moore's up. I'm tempted to intentionally walk this guy, set up the double play with the 8-hitter coming up, and I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to walk him, set up the double play possibility, and now we're going to pitch to contact here for Trejo. 0-2 count. And he goes down swinging. Get the strikeout anyways. 2 down. Now it brings up Robles, who just won the series MVP in the DS for them over the Braves. We're going to pitch to him, though. 1-2 count. Ground ball left side. Oh, my God. The throw is wild from Ruben, and they score a run on an error. The whole reason that they had a 2-run home run was because they reached on an error. And then we have 2 errors that inning, and now they're up 4-0. Ridiculous. 0-2 count the dollar. Ground ball to Ruben. Okay, he makes the right play that time. So now we're down 4-0. We still have no runs. It's bottom 5. We hit a solo shot. Okay. Who was it? Yikel Cooperman, solo home run. Let's go. It's 2 outs, though. Can we keep it going? No. But now we're only down 3. Just keep chipping away. It's top 6. Betancourt still on the bump. Gets into some trouble. First and second, 1 out for Alf Beres. Lefty-righty switch hitter who is the same against both, essentially. And let's just see what Betancourt can do here. Can he get a ground ball, perhaps? 2-0. Skies it. Okay. In the infield. That's 2 down. Now you're one batter away. It's Rodolfo Roca. I'm tempted to pinch around him with this guy coming up next. So we're going to do that. 2-0. And he rips one down into left field. They're going to score one more. That's an RBI single for Rodolfo Roca. 5-1 Guardians. So yeah, now we're going to take him. I'm clicking on Cleveland substitutions. Now we're going to take him out of the game here. We're going to bring in Nazario. And the bullpen situation is not looking great right now, but we are bringing in Nazario. 2-1 count. Not going to be a strikeout, which is obviously Nazario's game. But luckily, it's just a ground ball to first base. Ramirez makes the play, but we are now down to back being down 4. Yeah. Bottom 6. CJ Haynes still on the bump. Nothing going for us. And they've got a runner on second base with 2 outs. Nazario facing Edgar Silva. 1-0 count. Ground ball to Tapia. Makes the play. 3 down. Move things on bottom 7. Can we get anything? Let's just half inning this. Nothing. Top 8. Scoreless frame. Bottom 8. We tacked on 1. What happened? I'm just curious. So I guess Tapia tripled, and then Henniger drove him with a single. So now it's 5-2. We're down 3, but we only have 1 frame to do anything with it. And we need to bring in, I guess, Montiel, who's the only guy who's not burnt. So we're going to bring in Montiel. Works a scoreless frame, and now we're down 3, bottom 9. It's 8-9-1 up, and I think we're going to pinch hit. Because Ruben just has not been hitting. They have a right-hander on the bump. Did they just bring this guy in? No. Okay, so they're not... Or maybe this guy is their closer. No, he's not their... No, he is. They're going for the 2-inning save. They're going for the 2-inning save. We're going to pinch hit for Ruben. This guy's a right-hander. The only lefties we have are like... I guess Medina. Really, it's like Medina... Risher, because I just don't trust Ortega to hit. He's that level now. We do need base runners, though, so maybe I should. Maybe I should trust Ortega. Ortega is going to pinch hit. Prove me right. Gut feeling, we need base runners. This guy's the guy who gets you base runners. Take that first pitch. Ball 1. Just keep taking pitches until you get a strike. Ball 2. There's a strike. Now you swing away. 2-1 count. And over the head of the center fielder, the gut feeling pays off. Edgar Ortega is going to have himself a leadoff double here. So we're cooking already. Let's keep it going. Billy Noble up. As much as I've been enjoying Billy Noble, I don't think we're going to let him hit here. Instead, I think we are going to pinch hit with Alfredo Medina. Coming on to pinch hit. McCarthy will come in to catch if we have to go into the field, but Medina's going to pinch hit. We're going to take that first pitch. That's a strike, so now we're swinging away. It's 1-1. Hard hit ground ball, third base, 1 down. Runner stays put at second base, obviously. Now it's Cooperman, who will just swing away with 1-1 count. Weak ground ball, first base side, 2 down. Runner does move up, but now we're down to our final out. We need at least one. We need Griego to get on, and then Ramirez the home run here. Please. Let's just trust in the swing away. 0-2, the best player on the team. Hard hit, but right at the right fielder. Cleveland takes game 1 in this 7-game series. All right, it's game 2. We have Jake Graham on the bump, who is our ace, obviously. He's on fire. They have Jesus Tejada, though, so they're going to have the advantage with the pitchers. Back-to-back aces for them. We made a couple changes to the lineup here. It's still the same mostly, but Medina is going to DH because Duhan just hasn't really been getting it done, and we want to see if Medina, up against the right-handed pitcher, with these ratings, can possibly maybe provide some pop to the lineup. And then Ruben, after last game, committing that key error and just has not been doing anything offensively. We're just going to say, hey, Ortega, go play shortstop. Maybe he comes out of a slump here. Who knows? But, you know, he hit the double in the pinch hit opportunity last night. We're going to give him a chance here at shortstop. We're banking on the guy that we paid long term, which is now looking like a bad investment, but we're going with Ortega. So those are the changes. Medina and Ortega go in. Game 2. So here we are once again in Raleigh. Top 1, Jake Graham. First 2 guys get on, nobody out. So first and second, no outs. Julio Morales, 1-2 count. Struck him out. Fantastic. Now it's Tacarante, who we're going to pitch around even with first base, even with the not first base open. Not at all play, but they get the man at second. So 2 down, runners on the corners. Alf Barris, the catcher. Full count. Struck him out. Jake Graham delivers in the first, gets out of the jam. Scoreless frame. Bottom 1, nothing going. Top 2, they get the leadoff man with a double, and now it's Alan Moore. Ground ball. Ortega makes the play, and then I put Ortega in because Ruben was making terrible defensive plays, and Ortega makes an error in the second inning, and now they have second and third, nobody out. 1-1 count. Ground ball. Gets through. That might score 2. It's only going to score 1. 1-0 Guardians. Maybe I should have walked him. Maybe who knows, but whatever. Maybe I should have pitched around him with first base open, but he drives one in. Now it's the 9-hitter. Runners on the corners. We're down 1. Nobody out. Full count. Walks him. Bases juiced. Nobody out. Oh my god. Let's mound visit. Yeah, we get it. You got plenty left in the tank. Pitch to batter, I guess. And that's a gapper. That's into the gap. That's probably going to clear the bases. Not clear the bases, but they go first to third, and then 2 score. So it's a 3-0 Guardians lead in the second inning. And we still have no outs. And we don't have any starters that are fully arrested. We would have to bring in like Bobby Harlow. Or Sinkanami, who could give us multi-innings. I mean, this is just it's just a tough thing to go off of Graham here, but I think we're going to try to see if we can get out of it with him. We're going to pitch around to Silva. That is a shallow pop fly right field. Henniger puts it away. That's probably going to tag up. It is indeed. It's now 4-0 Guardians. Now Morales, full count. Walks him. Can you pitch around this guy too? 2-1. I should have just taken him out. God damn it. I should have just taken him out. It's 6-0 Guardians. Okay, well, we're going to bring in Sinkanami now. Or honestly, at this point, it's like we're down 6-0. We might as well just get innings out of Graham. Rather than burning our bullpen. But he can't even get an out. Can you get a double play here, perhaps? 3-6-3. There you go. 3-6-3. Finally, we're hitting. Anything going? Nope. Nope. Cool, he was hurt. Sick. Jake Graham's hurt, and now we got to bring in a new pitcher anyways. Sinkanami's going to come. No, we're going to go Harlow. This game's a lost cause. We're going Harlow. Harlow's coming in. No runs. No runs. They get 2 on. Fantastic. Pops one up. That's 1 down. Morales comes up. Line drive left field. That's 2 down. Tacarante goes down swinging. Fuck me. No runs. Pitcher's fatigued. It's 2 outs. Just let him finish the batter. 2-2 to Alan Moore. Struck him out. So Bobby Harlow goes scoreless. Maybe you should have just went off Graham immediately. But I mean, not that the bats are doing anything. We're down 7-0. So yeah, let's go half inning. No runs. Now we're gonna take Harlow out. We're gonna bring in Mendoza. Why not? Scoreless frame. Cooperman's hurt. Fantastic. What? He's just out. So we're going to have to bring in a new outfielder. We have a new center fielder after this game. Cool. Awesome. So Cooperman's out. I guess we're bringing in Chris Risher. And then we're going to go... You're in left field. You're in center field. And anything going, please? Nope. No runs. Top 9. Scoreless frame. No runs. We just get shut out. 7-0. Down 2-0. Down 2-0 in the NLCS. Showing up sad. So it turns out that Yaikel Cooperman is fine. He just had to come out of that game. But he is fine. So he's still playable for whatever reason. Alrighty. We are geared up here for Game 3. The series is now in Cleveland at Progressive Field. Wilson Morales is on the bump for us. We need a fucking win. I'm avoiding saying this is a must-win because it's a math question, but this as close to it being a must-win without actually being a must-win. Morales needs to go in there and he needs to shut it the fuck down. They have Dan Heacock throwing. We're going with Medina and Ortega again. Henniger has just been not doing it. So we are throwing Chris Risher in right field, and we're just going to see if we can get some slap hits and possibly channel something that he was doing for us last year, because he's just... Henniger's not getting it done, and then last game, it seemed like maybe putting in Ortega and Medina didn't do anything, but they actually doubled. Both of those guys doubled. Medina, you could see here last game, he had a double, and then Ortega, he had a double. Those are the only guys doing anything. It was the rest of the lineup that was struggling. So maybe we should move stuff around here. But I mean, I think we're just going to keep rock and rolling with this setup. And hopefully these guys can break out of this. There's only so much you can do as the manager. It's up to the players to actually perform. And we are going to hope that they do. So here in Cleveland, top 1, Dan Heacock on the bump. Nothing going for the Oaks offense, top 1. Morales shuts him down. Heacock shuts him down. Morales gets in trouble. It's first and second. Nobody out. Rodolfo Roca. 2-2. Gets him to go down looking. Next batter up is Alan Moore. 1-2 count. Ground ball straight up the middle. That's going to score at least 1. Yep. 1-0 Guardians. They're on top first yet again. Now it's Trejo, 2-2 count. He goes down swinging. Now it's Robles, 1-2 count. And he pops one at the center field. Cooperman will put that one away. But we move things on to the third, down 1-0. Can the offense do anything? Billy Noble on third. Did Billy Noble just triple? Billy Noble just hit a double and then... Wait, he drove somebody in? We tied the game. We tied the game. So Risher walked, and then Billy Noble doubled, and then got to third on the throw, and Risher scores from first base. Let's go. Let's go. Risher's not the fastest guy, but he's got that 70 base running. He's making that count. He knows the exact angle to hit the bag. So it's 1 down, runner on third here for Yaikel Cooperman. Honestly, with how the offense has been performing... Maybe not. His sack bunt is really bad. But yeah, we're just going to swing away. I was tempted to be like, maybe we should safety squeeze here, but no. With a runner with 20 speed, no. What am I doing? What am I even talking about? We're swinging away. It's 1-2. And that's a little slow roller, but Cooperman's fast. And it looked like he beat it out because animations, Please! Give me something that doesn't make me look like a moron 8 times a game. Ridiculous. 2 down, now it's Griego. Let's take this first pitch. Ball. Let's swing away now. Ground ball. Cool. Okay, so we strand Noble on second, or on third, rather. But we do tie the game. Bottom 3. Morales in some trouble. It's second and third. 1 out. For... Wait a minute. This guy's DHing. What happened to the other guy? The other guy get hurt? What happened? Who knows? This guy's DHing. It's not Tacarante, who did score earlier. Maybe he got hurt or something. I don't know. But this guy's DHing. First base is open, so we're going to pitch around him. And of course, he's just going to straight up walk him. 4 pitches. Now it's Barris. 0-1 count. Oh my god. What an insane play by Noble. He somehow got to home there and tagged it in time. That is crazy. So nobody scores. And then Roca pops it up the left field, and the score will remain 1-1. Holy shit. Top 4. We're cooking. First and second, nobody out. Santiago Tapia's up. And he's hitting a deep fly ball, but it's going to be caught. Runners will stay put at first and second. So that brings up Alfredo Medina. And I think we're going to take the first pitch with him. All right. 1-2. Goes down swinging. Fantastic. Now it's 2 down. We had first and second, nobody out. Now it's first and second, 2 outs. And it's Edgar Ortega, who hits one. Okay, so it was an error on the first baseman. We're still alive for one more batter. It's Chris Risher. Bases are juiced. 2 outs. Oh my god. I thought he found a hole. I was about to lose my mind. I was like, Chris Risher found a hole. That's what he does. And he just gets robbed by a diving catch. Bases loaded, erased. Jesus Christ. Bases loaded, erased by both teams there. It's bottom 4 now. Still 1-1. Morales score this frame. Score this frame. Score this frame. Score this frame. Okay, runner on second. 2 outs. Alan Moore, this will be his last batter. Ground ball to shortstop. Ortega charges, fires to first. 3 down. So Morales, with 6 solid innings, we move things on top 7. We do nothing. This is Morales' the end of the line here for him. It's 8-9-1 up, so it's righty Switch, who is mainly better against lefties, so we should bring in a righty. We should definitely bring in a righty. Not that it really matters, but it is the 7th. We will bring in the Wolf. The Wolf is entering the game in a 1-1 ball game. And he's in a bit of a pickle here. First and second, 1 down. Edgar Silva's up. And you're just going to straight up walk him. Fantastic. Bases juiced, 1 out. Julio Morales. First pitch swinging. Gets away from the 75 blocking catcher. They take the lead with that. At this point, I'm like, we should take him out of the game. He's given up 2 hits, an earned run, a walk. It's 1 out. We're going to bring in Nazario, see if he can work the strikeouts. Oh, I didn't. It was mid-AB. I took him at mid-AB. But Nazario gets the ground ball. They don't send the runner from third. That's 2 down. And then Nazario pitching to Magdaleno. Line drive right at Griego, and they only tack on 1 because of the passed ball. So top 8. They're bringing in their closer already. Let's see what happens. Yaikel Cooperman leading things off here, top 8. And he skies one in the infield, 1 down. Next batter up is Luis Griego. Full count. Ground ball. Weakly hit to the third base side, 2 down. Now it's Juan Ramirez. Weakly hit fly ball into right field. That's a 1-2-3 inning. And now we're moving things on to the bottom of the 8th. Nazario, scoreless frame. It's top 9. This is our last chance. It's Olejar, Tapia, and Medina due up. 1-2 count. The bat just sits on the fucking shoulder. Now it's Tapia. Pop fly right field. Weak. Barely out of the infield. 2 down. Now it's Medina. Do we possibly pinch hit? No. 1-1 count. Caught at the track. We're down 3-0 in the series. Lose this game 2-1 because of a passed ball and no offense production. We had 2 fucking hits. We're going back to the usual 1 through 9 that we've been rocking with Henniger, Duhan, and Ruben in the lineup. And I really don't know what else I can do to change things around because, like, Griego is slumping. These other guys, like, it's just this is our best alignment right now. This is our best alignment. We're going to keep rocking with it. We're going to see how it goes. Maybe we can make a run here, but we're down 3-0, backs against the walls. Wind is blowing out to left field at 12 miles an hour. That might not be good facing the team with as much pop as they have, but Elmer Corkum on the bump for us, and then Docherty on the bump for them. This is one of their weaker starters, so if we can get to this guy and maybe win a game here, don't let us win one. So top 1 here in Cleveland, Docherty on the hill, Griego on second base, 1 out. Juan Ramirez works a 3-0. Spits on ball 4. It's first and second, 1 out. It's Olejar. First pitch swinging into an inning-ending double play. I was starting to get my hopes up. I was like, oh, we're getting base runners. Nope. We're going to strand him with a double play. Bottom 1 now. And they're going to get the first 2 guys on with nobody out. I mean, why should I even finish playing the game? We already know how it's going to end. Corkum delivers it to Morales. That gets through in the infield. That's going to maybe score 1. It does indeed score a run. 1-0 Guardians. How about the next batter? Silva immediately down 2-0 in the count. Luckily just flies at the center. Now it's Beres. Skies one in the infield. That'll be 2 down. Fantastic stuff going on. Now it's Alan Moore. Spits on ball 4, and the bases are juiced here for Cleveland. And Trejo's up. And that's a fly ball to right field. Gets out of it only allowing 1. But can we get any fucking hits? That's the question. Okay, there we go. Runner on third, but it's 2 outs. Mike Rubin's up. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to shortstop. Nothing going. We strand the runner. Still down 1-0. Bottom 2. Scroll this frame. I'm tempted to just half it. Let's see. We scored 2. We're halving it. We're halving it on offense from here on out. That's what we're doing. Griego doubled, and then Juan Ramirez 2-run home run. That's what we want. That is what we want. Corkum gives up a solo shot, and immediately our lead is erased. Nothing going on offense. Nothing going on offense. Oh, no, never mind. We just scored 3. We just scored 3 runs. Ruben singled. Noble walked. Cooperman flew out, and then Griego hit a 3-run home run. The guy was cold coming into this game, and I believe he has 2 doubles and a 3-run home run. I believe that's what he's done this game. Legacy game. Legacy game. Corkum works a scoreless frame. We scored 2 more. What happened? What is going on? Tapia walks, Henniger singles, run scores, and then Duhan sack fly. And then also Henniger scored on a wild pitch and a Billy Noble AB. So yeah. So we're up 7-2 here in the 6th. Can we get through this inning with Corkum? We cannot. Let's just bring in Zamora. Half inning it, maybe? Gets out of it, scoreless. Fantastic. Top 7. Half it. Nothing going. Zamora. Getting fatigued, but it's 2 outs. It's a new batter, though, so we'll bring in... we'll bring in the Wolf. Why not? It's righty-righty here. See what he does. 2-2. Here it comes. Struck him out. So we have the lead going into the top of the 8th. Tapia was hurt. Fantastic. Fantastic. Ortega's going to come into pinch run and play second base. We don't tack on any more runs. Can the Wolf get out of this 8th inning, please? I don't want to bring in another pitcher unless we have to. He does get out of the 8th. Now we're on to the 9th. Nothing going. Can McKeel get through the 9th? We'll let him finish this AB. That gets through. So we do need to bring in somebody else to close it out. That will be Betancourt. Coming in the game. 2-1. Ground ball around the horn. 5-4-3 ends the game, and the Raleigh Oaks have won a game here in the CS 8-2. Not dead yet. So Tapia is going to be out for... He's got a day-to-day thing for 4 days with a bruised foot. I think we're not going to be changing anything there. I think he's still going to play. Now, he hasn't been hitting as well as when he first came into the lineup, so maybe we go back to Ortega. His postseason WRC Plus is down to an 89. It's a very small sample size, obviously, but Ortega has just been awful. So Tapia had a run last game. He walked. Before that, he had 2 hitless games, but then before that, he had a hit. He had a 2-hit game in the Cubs series, whereas Ortega, I mean, his postseason's been awful. But we are geared up and ready to go here for Game 5. We are down 3-1, trying to rally a comeback here. Wind blowing out to left at 19 miles an hour this game. And we have the same lineup we're going to rock. We're just going to keep rocking with what we rocked last game. Ruben at short. Tapia is going to play second base, even with the bruised foot. And Billy Noble catching, and Henniger in right. Duhan DH. It's Josh Hofer, the Rutgers man on the bump for us. CJ Haynes on the bump for them. Let's make a miracle here. So top 1, CJ Haynes. Nothing going. Bottom 1. Solo shot. Nothing else going. We're halving the offensive innings. I'm deciding we're halving it. We're halving everything from now on. But the offensive, 4 runs. I mean, what's going on? I hit wrist, but nothing happens. We hit half inning. It's like, boom, we just score runs. Tapia walks. Henniger triples and scores a run. Duhan doubles. Ruben singles and drives in Duhan. And then Griego doubles. Ruben to third and scores. I mean, 4-0 Oaks. Hofer gets to score this frame. Nothing else going. Score this frame. Nothing else going. Okay, can we half it, perhaps? They get a run. Okay. Oh, whatever risk, we're halving it. Okay. Now we might have to, might start, okay, yeah. We're going to see if we can get out of it here. 2 on, nobody out. Dollar, ground ball. Oh my God. Oliar makes the diving stop, but then his throw goes into the outfield. Everybody's safe. Bases are juiced Nobody out. Rodolfo Roca. We gotta put this on defensive strategy for us because I want the infield in. Outfield can be normal. Let's just pitch to him. 0-1. And that gets through straight up the middle. That's going to score 2. That's going to tie the game. That's going to tie the fucking game. It is indeed. Well, now we can put this back on the AI. And we are now going to bring in Bobby Harlow. He's on fire. Ride the hot hand. 1-2. No, first and second, nobody out. Get out of it, please. 1-2 from Bobby Harlow. Struck him out. Next batter up is Edgar Silva. Struck him out. Next batter up is Alf Barris. Weak fly ball to center field, 3 down. So they tack on 2 to tie the game, but Bobby Harlow shuts the door there. So top 6, we score nothing on offense. Bottom 6, they get a man on second base, 1 out. Amaya strikes out. Now it's 2 down. Luis Robles gets through. That's going to take the lead. The Guardians have erased our lead. Fantastic. Can he get out Dollar, please? Hard hit line drive right field, 3 outs. So we're down 5-4. It's top 7. Nothing going, but we did get a hit. Harlow's coming out of the game here. It's 2-3-4. We are going to bring in... You know what? Let's just see if he can get through. He can. Scoreless frame. Top 8. Nothing. Bottom 8. We're bringing in a pitcher. We are going to bring in Sincamani. Scoreless frame. We are down to our final fucking frame. I'm not half inning in this. We are going to watch what happens. We are down a run. The season is down to these last 3 outs. We have 1, 2, 3 coming up. This is what we want. I'm just going to hit at bat. Full count. Beat it out, perhaps? No. 1 down. Now it's Griego. 3-1. Diving play, but he can't get the throw off. So it's going to be an infield single for Griego. Brings up Juan Ramirez. We're going to try to steal second. Didn't like that. Now we're just going to at-bat it. Watches it. Our big bopper power hitter just watches 3 pitches, strikes out. Now we're down to our final out, and it's Eric Oliar with Griego on first base. Can we try to steal second? Griego goes and swipes second. The tying run is now in scoring position. And Oliar just pops it up into the infield. And we lose 5-4. The Cleveland Guardians advance to the World Series as the Raleigh Oaks lose in the CS. As the bats just basically go completely silent in this series. Disgusting. I mean, just a terrible series. Julio Morales, the first baseman for the Guardians, gets series MVP. They take game 1 5-2. They destroy us 7-0 in game 2. Or game 1, they beat us 5-2. Game 2, they destroy us 7-0. Game 3, they eke one out 2-1. Game 4, we wallop them. And then game 5, they beat us by 1 because we score 4 in like the second inning, and then we do nothing from that point on. So, I mean, the bats they just went silent at the worst possible time, and there's really nothing else to it. Oliar just had a ridiculous 1 for 21. He was the guy up to end the series too. I mean, just brutal. Just fucking brutal. Tapia was awful. Medina was awful. I mean, everybody was awful. Like Griego, he showed up in that game 4. Ortega had 2 hits, so he had a decent thing in 7 plate appearances. I guess Ramirez was okay. Cooperman, I guess, not really, but I mean, really, it was like Ruben was hitting in the limited time that he played, and then Griego, and nobody else. Everybody else sucked. The 2041 season has come to an end, and the team that beat us, the Cleveland Guardians, went on to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 2041 World Series by 4-2. So congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, if you're going to lose, at least lose to the team that wins it all. So yeah, this team, 87 wins, all the way from the wild card. This offense gets into the postseason and makes it all the way and wins the whole damn thing. And people will still look you dead in the eyes and tell you that teams that win 90-plus games every year are not successful because they don't win the World Series every year. It is insane, the level of misunderstanding of what success is that American sports fans have.